Hello everybody, this is a Lamley showcase preview, whatever you want to call it. These are out in hobby stores. I don't know if they're out anywhere else. It is Matchbox. It came from our friends at Wheel Collectors. Freeze the screen, check out all that stuff. There is a link down below to their store if you are interested in these and many other kinds of cars from Hot Wheels, Matchbox, and the like. They sent over the latest moving parts from Matchbox, and I am very excited to open these up and check them out, especially these two. This one, for obvious reasons, I'm a huge fan of national parks. This one has a little bit of heritage that I'm going to kind of walk through a little bit once we get to it. I like doing that kind of stuff, but let's get right to it. There are 6 new cars in this batch. I think there's one repeat. It's the white Range Rover. I didn't pull that one out, but they did send it. But we're just going to go ahead and get started. We have the packaging. If you want that information, there it is right there. I don't think there's anything else really to show off. It's that unique packaging. Mixed response to these. Some people really like it. Others do not. I don't mind it because I rip it open anyway, but I do like the fact that if it's a tall peg, you can look down and see. You can look from below and see the... see what the cars are. But let's just go ahead and open up the 2016 Chevy Camaro. This is, I don't even know what version this is, like how many. We've had several colors in the moving parts. One of the reasons is because they're just kind of building that that line of moving parts, and this Camaro in white probably is my favorite. Well, I know it's my favorite, and this one really got the treatment. Check it out. Front, well, let's look at the engine here first because I want to show you that. And the detailing is done on the engine. And for considering moving parts is just like the basic versions of the or basic versions of their moving parts series, so they're not considered premium. Everything else is basic here. This one got a lot of attention because it's got the front detailing, the rear detailing, and the engine detailing. Plus, it's got that cool white. I'm a sucker for white cars. I think they look really cool, especially in die-cast. When done right, done in a good white color, and this one definitely has. We've seen blue. We've seen kind of a rust orange. We've seen red. I think we have seen red. White is the cleanest. I'd love to see a black version of this one. And they have that convertible version as well, which is just more basic. But I dig this one in white. Next, third version of the 2019 Ford Ranger in blue. There's your art. Showing that the tailgate opens. Didn't I just open one? Isn't there one in... by the way, when you open these, you just destroy these cards. That's all right. Anyway, oops. There we go. There it is. Ford Ranger will show that it does open up. Doesn't look like the engine was done on this one, just on the Camaro, but this one has the 2 moving parts. Tailgate opens, and of course the engine I already showed you, but let's take a look at the casting itself. Yeah, it was Matchbox, right? It had the Matchbox deco. It was in premium. This is the second basic version. This casting debuted in kind of a gunmetal gray, right, last year, which looks nice. And I do like it in the basic, and I do like these off-road wheels that they just, was it last year that they released them for the first time? So this one has the front detailing, nothing else. I like the blue color. Would have liked to have the taillights done. Don't know why that didn't happen. Maybe they just took the taillights from this one and put it on the Camaro, considering the engine was already done. But the front grille looks nice. And it looks like, you know what it is? I know why. This has 2 passes. If you just look at the front, you can see that the headlights are on the die-cast portion, and then the detailing in the grille and the Ford emblem are on the plastic portion. So that's how it got 2 passes, but only on the same side, right? Because they're 2 different pieces kind of forming that look. But that one looks good. I would have been a lot more disappointed if it was the front that wasn't done. Okay. JDM fans and classic Matchbox fans love the 1982 Datsun 280ZX. And I do too. Opening doors on this one, pretty, like old school metal doors. Looking really good in this very 70s, kind of early 80s color, right? Looks like an old classic Matchbox outside of the more modern wheels, right? You could see this one going back to your old, well, in my case, my childhood play box, maybe for many of you your parents' play box, but and pull this car out, because it really does have kind of an old school feel to it, which I think is kind of nice. We've seen this one premium. This one has all the deco on the top, and then it has the taillights done too, so that's really nice. This one's got a really nice treatment. Let's move on. Another super popular 1963 Chevy C10 Pickup. Well, here's the art. How many versions of this one do we have? I mean, it is way popular. Man, I'm terrible at throwing these. Blue, red, green, right? Premium and black. Quite a bit, and for good reason. It's a really popular casting. I know I'm a bit backlit here. But I do like this one in gold. So we got the side trim, nothing on the back, but the Chevrolet is embossed. And if I take a look at the engine here, no detailing on the engine either. This one, when it went premium, was really, you know what, the casting's great. It doesn't bother me that it just gets the side treatment here. I just think it's a cool casting, and I like the classic trucks a ton. I don't think I'm alone in that. Like, I'd prefer this one over the Ford Ranger for sure. And the more versions, the merrier. And Matchbox knows this. That's why we keep seeing it in their moving parts series. So I really do like that one in, what would you call that, gold or metallic tan? All right. These are the highlights. Let's start with this one. Brand new castings. We have two new castings in this one. Last mix we had the Pagani and the Monte Carlo, right? Still think the Monte Carlo might be my favorite of the year so far. But this one, this Suburban, debuting in National Parks Deco. Holy cow. There's your artwork. Obviously, it has the opening hood. Let's check it out. Like I said, man, you really rip these cards open. Oh, I like this. I like this. Classic Suburban. So it does have, so when you look at it real close, well, let's look at the engine first, because they did detail it. Here, let's get it in the light there. There it is. Yep, the engine is detailed. That is part of the metal piece. It's got a metal hood, and then it has plastic fenders. So the front fenders and the back fenders are plastic. That is not a surprise, and I hope no one is annoyed by that, because it does allow them to have this brake. Colors are exactly the same, but if they want to do the brake, I think they could. I don't know if that would work or not, but that's pretty normal for these kind of cars to create fenders like that. So I'm assuming the fenders are part of the interior piece, and this one has the chrome base and everything else. I think, am I right? And this is the first moving parts model to go into National Parks livery. I could be wrong on that, but I think I'm right. And I love this. This has gone classic. This one goes up as an instant favorite in the National Parks. I thought about bringing all of them out, but that's a huge undertaking to show all the National Parks, and I'll just dedicate an entire video to it. And I love, as I've said 100 times, I love that Matchbox dedicates, is still doing the National Parks line. All right, let's finish off with this. It is the 2020 BMW M4 Cabriolet with opening doors, convertible BMW, doing the M4. I totally forgot they were doing this one, and when I saw that this was released, I was super excited. Now, before we take a look at this model, did you know that this is not the first convertible BMW with opening doors that they've done? In fact, as far as I know, at least in the more recent times, the last decade or two, they've done, I think, 3 castings, and there might be more, but here's one of them. This is, what is this one called? BMW Z3. This one I pulled out of. I pulled 2 convertibles, one with opening doors. Well, actually, all of these I think I got pulled out of my BMW dealer set, which was a set they did in 2003 in conjunction with BMW dealers. I think it was a set of 8 cars. We haven't seen this casting for a long time, but yeah, this one came out of the BMW dealer set. Nice and clean, and they use such quality paint on these. It seems like an upgrade from your standard die-cast paint. Here's the one that makes the most sense. BMW 328i, right? I think that's what it is. Well, they call it the 3 Series Cabrio. Check it out. Blue with opening doors. This casting, I think, only released twice. They had done several 3 Series BMWs from this era, like mid-2000s, early 2000s. And this convertible was in the Stars of Germany set in green, and then this blue version in the BMW dealer set, and I think that is it. I don't think they did any others. Really nicely detailed. This one has a little bit of a bent windshield because I think it just stayed in that packaging, kind of pushed into the packaging for years and years and years before I got my hands on it and opened it up. But it is what it is. So now here is the newest BMW. You can put these two together and I mean they make perfect companions, right? This one is technically what, a 4 Series. This is a 3 Series, but they really do fit. Anyway, let's have a look at this M4. Hot Wheels has done the hardtop, right? So this is, and we've seen a lot of BMWs coming from Matchbox. In fact, we'll be showing a couple in one of my other videos if I haven't already shown it. But this one has the opening doors. Let's have a look at it. Ah, they do that nice kind of snap that some of these old school Matchbox has, like this. I love that, where it just kind of doesn't just kind of, you don't have to kind of force it closed. It kind of snaps back into place, and I like that feeling. Love the front grille on this one, nice and clean and detailed. Rear detailing is totally there too. Look, it's even got some Matchbox deco on the back. Look at that on the bumper. Kind of a subtle way to put it if they wanted to put Matchbox on it. I think this casting looks really good, nicely well proportioned, fits nicely within the range now, and a welcome addition. Does it pass my favorite Monte Carlo? No, but it is up there and very much part of that BMW heritage with Matchbox. There you go, set of 6. I want to know which one you guys like the most. I know this one is such a fan favorite. I might have to go with this one as my favorite, the Suburban, although I really dig the BMW. But yeah, I'll say that the National Parks Suburban is my go-to. You guys tell me what you think. More to come. Bye.